Right before graduation, the librarian, Arthur Stein, handed me a copy he had tracked down in a used bookstore. I especially want to thank him because of having my own copy was an incredible inspiration. While putting the finishing touches on A Fish Story, by accident I found an article in the Catholic Biblical Quarterly, Jeff Miller's Raphael the Liar, Angelic Deceit and Testing in the Book of Tobit, and it helped clarify some of what I had been working with in the story. Also, much thanks to the prophet Ezekiel, who in 1649 spelled out the sin of Sodom. Yes, some have scolded that I softened it for this story, but no, Gabriel's quoting the Bible and trying to be very delicate about it. Ezekiel also recounted the vision of the wheels of the cherubim in chapter 10, where, Gabriel does exactly what this story said he did. Of my pre-readers, I remember, in no particular order, I want to thank Maria Franzetti, Kenneth Elwood, Pauline Griffin, James Lebak, Ivy Reisner, Wendy Dinsmore, Casey Hill, Sarah Begg, Evan and Madeline, Nicole Grimes, and Liz Grimes. I want to thank my fans and followers who have offered me encouragement all the way through. I love hearing from you guys, and I hope you love this book too. The author provides a dedication to my mother, Maria Franzetti, who always encouraged my writing and saw the best in me. Chapter 1, Heartless City, 1415 B.C. 3 figures stood on the road with their backs to the sun, but only 2 cast shadows. Cattle clustered in the distance, their caretakers watching them from the slanting shade of the terebinth trees, and even further beyond were sheep with their shepherds. At the crest of the hill before them, birds circled the gates of the walled city, where even the land seemed to fall silent. Each mud-brick structure stood washed with flares of sunset that gave a burnt illumination to the little metropolis. In a pitch between tenor and soprano, one of the 2 shadow casters spoke like a dreamer. The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and their sin is so grievous, that I will go down and see what they have done. If it is as bad as the outcry, I will know. It was a perfect reproduction of God's voice, even though none of the 3 were present when God spoke to Abraham. The speaker studied the city with simultaneous pity and revulsion flickering over her gray eyes. She ran one hand through blonde hair emblazoned by the sunset. Momentarily, the cherub Gabriel continued in a more solid voice, Abraham has asked for mercy, and God made an agreement. If we find 10 righteous people in the city, we are to spare it. Michael looked cautious. That many? All but 4 were abandoned by their guardian angels. Gabriel shook her head. An hour ago, she and Michael had been angels, 2 of the 7 directly before God. The Lord's touch had transformed them into humans for the day, but some of their origin showed. Gabriel seemed to brush against the ground without actually resting on it. The only one not in human form, Raphael said, You'll go as a woman? I see no reason to change my apparent gender. Gabriel gave a perfectly balanced smile. I have remained female since God created me, and I'm comfortable this way. Part of the report to God was that Sodomite men take advantage of women, said Michael. According to the report, replied Gabriel, they take advantage of men, too. I'll be fine. An unease crossed Michael's face as he folded his arms. He and Gabriel were obviously outsiders. With her blonde hair, pale eyes, and fine features, she looked like a northerner. Michael had a warrior's build and a square jaw, but his auburn hair...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.